Hi everyone, it is Monday again. It is March the 8th, and today I've tried to find a place that has not so much wind, because I know the wind was getting picked up by the microphone the last few weeks, so and it is a bit windy today. So you could see this cathedral right up there. I am, for those of you who know Santiago, I'm by the post office. There's a little park here where you could, post office is right there. Anyway, as you can see, the weather's good. It's been nice this week. It's kind of a little bit chilly, like 12-13 degrees in the morning. In the last few days it hasn't been getting any warmer than that midday either, but it's going to start to rain later in the week, of course. So, but it's nice to get a little glimpse of spring. Anyway, virus-wise, we are doing pretty good. It's not been, the daily new infections has not been as low as this since September last year. I'll put up a graphic that I found in La Voz de Galicia the other day. It's a couple of days old, but it still gives you an idea. I think the descent is slowing because, of course, we opened up about a week ago. I mean, we didn't open up all the way, but we opened up a little bit, which means I'm thinking it's going to slow down, and let's see what happens, if it's going to go up again or if it's going to get, keep steady. We're getting closer to the vaccines coming out. I mean, more and more people are getting it. I talked to a neighbor of mine the other day. She may be 80, I'm not sure. She was very happy and proud to tell me that she got the first shot the other day. So people are starting to get their vaccines. And of course, the Astra Zeneca vaccine is the one that they haven't tested on people over 65, so they're worried about giving it to people over 65. So it seems like in Galicia they're giving that one to the next, to 50 to 55. That's the people that are getting the AstraZeneca, and they're starting with that, I think it was this week or next week. And since I'm 51, I guess I'm up for the AstraZeneca one coming up. But it might be a few weeks until I get it, because there are about 300,000 people, I think, that are in that age bracket, and they don't have that many vaccines yet. But anyway, so it seems like that's coming up. So it's, we could start to see the end of the light of the end of the tunnel now, which is nice. What else? Less infections in general. People are wearing masks. I'm very happy to say that there's a lot of people doing really good mask-wise. Also, the students are back. Their semester started this week, was the first week, I think. And there has not been a lot of partying. It's really great. I mean, of course, I think there's still a curfew at 10. That helps. The bars has to close at 6, and the restaurants as well. So that helps as well on that. So the difference is we're opening up now, but the difference is this time is that the nightlife is pretty much gone. So we can go out to lunch, and we can have a coffee or something to eat midday, as Spaniards do, as you know. But there's nothing after 6. And actually, I should add a few pictures. We went up to my wife and I for lunch the other day at Amoa, up in Rua de San Pedro, which is a nice little restaurant that we haven't been to for a while. So we said, let's go out and enjoy it. And it is really a nice place. I'll put a link to it, and I'll show you some photos that I took. I'll put a link to it below in the description if you want to go and visit when you've come by in Santiago next time. I know that Rua San Pedro has become really a nice place for food. It's kind of almost my favorite. Rua, the Franco down here by the cathedral is so packed, and it's nice as well, but it's a little bit touristy. Up there you can get good food for a good value, I feel. Anyway, don't talk about food. Actually, it's 2 o'clock, so I'm getting hungry. But in short, no pilgrims. There's no one coming in, as before. Galicia is closed, so we are allowed to move around inside of Galicia, except for like 2 or 3 municipalities that have high numbers, and they have closed. But except for that, 95% of Galicians can move around as freely as they would like to, but we cannot leave Galicia. And also, I think that's the thing they're aiming for Easter as well, that people can move around inside, but we cannot leave, of course, unless we have a valid reason for doing so. But most people don't have a valid reason for doing so, so I think most people will stay inside Galicia. But compared to the restrictions we have in the last few weeks, just being able to go to the coast if you want to, it's a luxury, because we haven't been able to do that for almost 2 months. So when they opened up a little bit about a week ago, I still feel that we felt like we were freed a little bit. So then the job now is to make sure that there's no fourth wave, and hopefully we have learned from the previous openings ups, and then adding to that the addition of new vaccines that should hopefully keep the fourth wave very, very low. Now, another number that came up in the news last week is that the number of people that have passed because of COVID in the old people's homes were almost 30,000 in Spain since the beginning of the pandemic. So 29,000 some people passed away from COVID in homes. And the total number of deaths in Spain is about 70,000. So you can see there's almost not quite half, but very 45% or something of people that passed from COVID since the beginning of the pandemic are people that have lived in old people's homes. And of course now they have all been vaccinated. And that's happened a few weeks ago, so hopefully the effect of that vaccination should be good, which means the numbers I saw about a week ago or 2 weeks ago was 85% drop in infections in old people's home, and that should be go down to pretty much zero now. So that's good news. Anyway, I'm blabbering on. I'm going to leave you now because I'm going to go and have some lunch, and hope things are good where you are, and hopefully soon you'll be able to make some plans to travel. Stay safe. See you soon. Ciao.